I'm going to take you to the nuts and bolts of the data center. You've all been talking about these fantastic software elements, but I'm going to be talking about some innovative technology and products and what's going to change in the core of the data center. So the company itself, just briefly, we were founded in 2005. We've been around since then. We raised around 40 million VC funding. We've just started our shipments of product in late 2009, and we're starting to drive our products into marketplace across various channels, from direct to large computer OEMs to indirect channels, system integrators, into the federal government, and we are on the GSA schedule that everybody was talking about. So if you want to ask me how to get onto the GSA schedule, I'll be more than happy to tell you. We are, our short-term goal is to be cash flow positive and profitable within the first 12 months, and we feel like we've got a great shot at making that this year. Our long-term goal is the #1 supplier of a new technology of what we call I/O virtualization products. And I'll talk a lot more about that a little bit later on. So our vision is addition by subtraction. And one of the things that has happened in the data center for the last, I started in the 70s, I shouldn't say that, but in the 70s, how computers, which were in those days mainframes, were connected to the rest of the world was through a simple thing called I/O, input-output. That infrastructure is the same infrastructure today. It has not evolved. The pipes have got faster, the connection types have changed, but fundamentally how computers operate with input-output has stayed exactly the same way. Just got faster. So we believe, and our opinion and our products demonstrate this, that there is a tremendous amount of inefficiency built in that infrastructure. And our products is about addressing, from a technology pretty revolutionary, but from a customer perspective, very evolutionary. So I'm going to talk a lot about that, or little about that in the last 3 or 4 minutes I've got. So one of the key things, if you're a data center CIO, this picture should ring a bell to every point. You today are trying to control this sprawl. Virtualized operating systems, VMware, Microsoft, have now taken a CPU that used to run in your server that was 15% occupied to 80% occupied. That's a dramatic change that is happening in the data center. Today, in a single CPU, you will have 16 cores, which is equivalent to, I don't know, in terms of mainframe, maybe 300 or 400 mainframes in a single chip. That amount of CPU power and utilization is running through the similar methods of I/O that has done for years, and it has not changed. So our technology is about addressing that specific issue in the data center. And the way we do this is very, very straightforward. We take these connections that you have in your data center. On the left-hand side, you will have a bunch of servers. They have lots of disk drives, lots of I/O connections, a lot of layering a switch before it gets to your corporate network. We take those devices and we consolidate them into a single high-performance switch. We then take those high-performance switch and all your I/O resources that used to have physically connected to your memories inside your system, we move them into the central switch. And we take that and then basically connect them using what's available in every server today, which is PCI Express interconnect, where your I/O devices connect in today. This PCI Express is designed, has been designed for 5 years in its existence to go outside of the box. We take that, we connect them up, and we establish a new virtual I/O device, and then we map back at the logical, physical layer what they thought they had in the first place. So it thinks it's got an Intel NIC, it thinks it's got a QLogic adapter, and the effect of that is pretty dramatic. What you get is 60% of your I/O cost is reduced. Because now you're taking a single I/O device, physically that was 15% occupied, to 90% occupied and sharing amongst all the servers that are connected to the switch. You're doing that across the board. That has a reduction in power, it has a reduction in space, And one of the biggest benefits that our customers see today, they can wire up their rack or blade servers once and never worry about what I/O types they're going to put on there from that day onwards, because they can continue to scale their CPUs and continue to scale their I/O as and when they need. And the way that they configure it is go to the GUI, drag and drop your resources when you need it. That's our product, that's what we do, and that's what we deliver. To that end, to date, we have 2 classes of switches that's gone out via 4001, which is basically an Ethernet and a fiber channel connectivity solution. And then we have another one which is a direct attached storage and Ethernet connectivity. And we'll have various models. And to date, we've won 4 awards against this product. So we're very happy. Even as we started the ship, the recognition from the industry has been tremendous for this class of solution. But we are revolutionary for the I/O suppliers and big companies like Cisco, who doesn't like us very much talking about this dark little secret of called I/O. So the market is huge. This is IDC. They reckon it's going to be around $4 billion by 2011. And to date, our progress is we have technology validated. It's in customer sites. It's being used today. We started our shipments in late 2009. And we're on track to deliver through our OEMs like the top 5 you hear about in the next 6 months or so. So we're pretty excited about where we are. What do we need to do? Well, we've created awareness on our market segments, and everybody's aware of this technology. We've ease of adoption for like IT managers who want to use it today. We have one IT manager who took the switch. It was our very first customer. Within 2 hours, he was up and running, without having to modify operating systems or anything else.